Welcome back to Blab.Cafe. This is a Blab.Cafe 105. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, books, events, podcasts, whatever you have that you want to actually get out there, get the message out. How much video content do you have for your business? And that's one of the things that I wanted to say too, is regardless of what type of business you have, you can always have video content. Even if you're an author of a book, you can still do things like taking and reading small excerpts from the book and having that recorded on a video format. So instead of somebody going and looking and sitting there and reading something, they can almost have it laid out like an audiobook, so they can hear something from it. So I just think that that's another way for you to market a book, because there are those times when, you know, if you're good, especially if you're a good reader, or if you want to hire somebody to do the reading, it's also a cool idea. But when I see books that are actually really good quality books, but you go and you read it and you're not in the mood, you might not be in the right mindset to listen to or read some kind of content like that. It's nice to be able to just click on a page and have somebody else reading it. Just, you know, it's like really, it's kind of magical, because I know that there's times when now that I found out about it, there's a lot of audiobooks. And if I'm sitting somewhere and I'm like reading a newspaper or something, it's nice to have some audiobooks going in the background. So that's just an idea. I really enjoy it though. It's one of those things where I can just relax, and it's also nice to hear someone's voice. You know, when you're not speaking with people on a regular basis and you're not having that one-on-one communication, it's nice to hear a person's voice just talking calmly in your ear. And I know for podcasts, it's different, because a podcast, you've got this two-way conversation going. Sometimes you've got one person that's got a really good connection, and sometimes you got another person that might not have such a great connection. So then you have that to deal with. But the idea of just having somebody read from their book is really cool. So just something to keep in mind. What Jen wants to know is how to boot people out of the room, and also how to delete messages. So I'm going to do this right now, which is a screen share. Here's another shortcut too that you might not know. Down here, there's a little pen. If you hover over that, you've got a menu. You've got a place where you've got questions. This is highlighted as questions. You click on that and you'll get yourself a little /Q. And then just type in, what time is it? Let's see. And then post it. And it'll come up with that little Q there, indicating that it is a question. And then so what you can do is come over here on this side of the box, and it'll show up, what time is it? And if you want to answer that question and you have an open seat, all you need to do is click here where it says open or answer question. And it will populate the page. It'll populate that empty seat. That's how you do that. And if you want to get rid of that question, you can lock it out there, exit out, and it will stay here. Most of the time it stays there, but you can also click here and just exit out there as well. When you are needing to actually remove a comment from the stream, it's pretty straightforward. It's just, there's a little red tab here. Just click on that, and that'll remove that particular comment. The other thing that you can do is, this is another shortcut. If you want to reply to someone's question, you just hit this little arrow, and it'll put their name into the box, as you can see. Put their name into the box, give yourself a space, and then start typing. And that's it. and then press enter, and then that'll have their name highlighted. Let's see, if you want to just acknowledge someone's comment, you can just click on that little star, and that comment is, yeah, it basically shows that you are acknowledging that particular comment. And then if you hover over it, it'll show you the person that's actually giving you that star, that's acknowledging it. And then one other thing too is if you want to kick somebody out of the room, let's see, you just hover over their icon up there, and here you've got this little red circle with a red triangle in it. You just click there, and that will report and block them from your peanut gallery. And one other thing too is you can see how many days a person's been on Blab right there. It says 53 days, gives you their name. If you click on their name, it'll take you to their Blab.im profile. But if you click down here on this little bird, it'll take you to their Twitter profile. And then if you want to make them a host, you just click right here on the tab. And the cool thing about that is, even if I go over here, for example, and I hover over your name, open it up, it'll open it up out here in the center, and I can also click there and make you a host, even though you're in the chat bar. So that's very handy if you're hosting a Blab and you need some help, or you need somebody to like sit there and watch comments. If I make you a co-host, then you can actually physically go in and click out those other nasty comments and stuff. So it's a pretty handy tool. And you're also able to eliminate people from the gallery up here. Let's see. You're able to eliminate people from the gallery, even if you are a guest host and you're over here, you're still able to do it. So it doesn't matter if you're in the Blab or in the gallery, you can still become a co-host. To change the topic, which I will do right now, because obviously this has gone on long enough, you just click here under topic, click there. Let's see, 105, and then I use the text. I use the this one. Okie dokie. So then you can see that that will populate this over here. So now that that's populated, we're good to go. Blab.Cafe 105, Tech Toot, how to do stuff with Blab tools. Very good. And then also one other thing too is, if you don't know this by now and you've never tried it, if you need to embed your Blab on your website, if it's a WordPress website, I believe only, you just click here. This will open up this dialog box with the embed code, and you just copy and paste that into your into your Chingasu tu Madre over on your website, and that will start working. So the nice thing about that is, if you go to, let me see, if you go to this particular website right now, you should see this Blab actually streaming live right now on that website. You just have to go to live stream. So that's the way that works. If there's any other questions, let's see. I know you can do that on Weebly also. I have no idea about Weebly. Now you're bringing up some stuff that I just don't know anything about, okay? So yeah, I don't know about Weebly. So anyways, yeah, that was Blab.Cafe Tech Toot 101. Those are just some basics. And yeah, if there's any other questions, because I can also do some little bit of tutorials on how I use ManyCam, because that's a third-party app that I use, or third-party piece of software that I use on a daily basis. So, but anyways, thanks for joining the Blab.Cafe Tech Toot.
Only for the product. Only about the product.
Blab.Cafe. Okay. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and/or services. Today, I have Magdalena Hernandez. How are you doing, Magdalena?
Hello, hello, Donald. How are you? Thank you for letting me come into your house. I'm so glad to be here. Well, I know I have a very little time to let you know what is it about. I mean, I'm from Argentina, but I love a lot of your American culture. But because of that, I got involved with a very important company that is called Nu Skin, and I got one of my favorite products that changed my life forever. I used to be tired all day long. I had no time to rest because I have 4 kids and I have a lot of work to do, until I got to know a product called Vitality. It's so powerful. When I started using it, my life changed completely, because I have enough time to feel the strength and the power I need to improve my performance at home and at work. I can still do both things, you know, be with my family and have enough energy all day long to do whatever I like. Because apart from that, I love sports. I'm 52 years old, but I still go to gym and practice Taebo and all those things to keep young and to be powerful, and just to be contagious to other people who are surrounding me. And energy and vitality is something that you need forever to feel good, to be better, to be more to people, to help people look at you in a different way. They are all the time saying, "Hey, you're never tired." Of course I am not, because I use these incredible supplements, Vitality from Nu Skin. So you can contact me if you want in my Twitter account. Of course, you can follow me and send me any question you want, because I will let you know with more precisely about what it is about. It strengthens your mental vitality. So important to have a clarity in your mind. It also helps to boost your physical energy, and it also helps to improve your sexual performance. What do you think about it? Isn't it great?
We like that.
It is the best.
Okay, so
why
don't you tell me what's the name of the company, so the people that are actually hearing this, they will know the name of the company is right. It's Nu Skin, right?
Yes, the name of the company is Nu Skin, but in order to acquire a product, you should have a code, and you need to be related to the person that introduced you to the product. There is no way to buy it into a supermarket. Of course, it is very exclusive. So you can contact me, so I give you that code. And especially for the Mother's Day in this weekend, you will have a lot of promotions to be able, and you will be able to buy in a very low prices these spectacular products that will make you feel incredible. Believe me, I'm a completely new woman.
Okay.
Thank you, Donna.
So what I'm going to do is ask you, Magdalena, to go ahead and share your links in the chat bar, and I will extract them and put them into the show notes over on YouTube. That way the content will follow you around and follow the video around, and And just make a note to yourself that this is Blab.Cafe number 105, 105. Then that way you'll be able to find it a bit easier. And I'll post a link on the YouTube channel so you'll be able to find it. Thanks for stopping by, Magdalena.
Thank you so much, Donald. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Hi, welcome back to Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services. Today we have Angie in the house. How you doing, Angie?
Doing great. I'm really excited.
Cool. And what kind of announcements do you have for us?
Well, I have a new associate. Not only am I on the East Coast, I'm now going to be on the West Coast of Canada. I have an associate in Victoria, BC now. Yay!
Oh, cool. That's
yeah.
Really cool.
So part of my going national across Canada is going really well. Right now, all I have to worry about is Saskatchewan and Manitoba. And every other province, I got somebody in it.
Okay. So isn't there a way that you can just go to the local, what would it be?
Well, I like a business directory people, or like a whatever you call them. But I don't like going that route. I'd rather go with somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, because then I can get a better feel for who they are.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I am very picky about who I let in.
Okay.
Because it's my name, right? I don't want somebody coming in and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm with the right way," and then they screw everything up. No.
Oh, we got to file a lawsuit against that right way. They're a bunch of criminals.
Yeah, really. We're a bunch of trolls.
Yeah.
We run our clients over with our wheelchairs. Yay.
Okay, so getting back to the announcement and the whole stuff that's going on, what does that mean for you? Does that mean that you're going to have a second set of eyes and ears to just work that area, or is that basically?
What it is, you got to understand that Ontario is the head office, the headquarters. Okay, right. And Ontario has their own accessibility laws, and as each province start to acknowledge and recognize that they got to do the same thing, I want to make sure I have an associate in there that knows what that province's rules are. And I can't be everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So these associates are going to be the expert for that province. So if somebody comes along through the website and is, curious about, what they can do if they have a problem, then I can redirect them to the proper area.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
and don't forget, I have somebody in Texas. Yeah. So, I mean, that's going to be the next step. Maybe in about the next 5 years, I might be able to start expanding a little further south. But I'm in BC now. Yay.
That's cool.
I wanted to share that.
That's great. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do like we always do and grab your links and make sure that they get shared in the chat bar. Thanks for stopping by, Angie.
Will do. Thank you again, Donald. Bye.
Hi, welcome back to the Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services, or maybe a podcast. How you doing, Brian?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me on here.
It's Brian Musial. How do you want to pronounce your last name?
Brian Musial.
Musial. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds much better coming from you.
You're a baseball fan, then, are you? There was a famous baseball player named Stan Musial. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not a baseball fan.
No problem.
I used to play when I was a kid, but then it was like when I was a kid. So anyways, can you tell us a little bit about your podcast and all the projects and stuff that you're working on?
Yeah, we started a podcast about a year ago with a buddy of mine. His name's Paul, and we have Health Geeks Radio that you can find on iTunes. We're generally in the top 30 of the top podcasts in the health and fitness type podcast. And we interview doctors, leaders in the health, fitness, and even personal development to really give actionable steps for people that are looking to improve their health and their life. We say we want to be the practitioners in your pocket. So using the cell phone in your pocket to connect with us or our guests and build a community. So we also have like a private Facebook group that people can join and ask any questions that you need, you know, and really get some good connections and help too. I mean, because that's what pumps us up. So I've been classically trained by one of the top alternative medical practitioners in functional medicine, Chris Kresser. And it's been great so far.
That's cool. Yep, that sounds great. Yeah, I mean, I've experienced certain types of injuries over the years. Got hit by a car some years ago and stuff. So I've been around different types of therapies and, you know, chiropractic care and acupuncture and all these other types of therapies for years. We've had, because my brothers played football, there was always somebody around that was, you know, a chiropractor, somebody, osteopath, you know, so we were like always surrounded by those kinds of people when I was growing up. But that's always been interesting to me. I mean, I like the idea of alternative medicines because I think Western medicine kind of like misses the boat on a lot of things. You know, they're so quick to give you a prescription.
We don't want to just you know, keep the symptoms going. We actually want to dive deeper, get to the root cause of issues. Yeah. So it's not just another, oh, I'm going to take this pill or just take the supplement, right? So we want to be like, okay, what are the actionable steps that I can do today to start improving my health and make it accessible, not terribly expensive either, you know? So we help with a lot of chronic issues, people with hypothyroidism, people with chronic infertility. And you wouldn't believe like how much information is out there. And sometimes it's information overload. So we'll break it down for people as well.
Well, that sounds great. And that podcast is found where? We'll grab your links to that. And it's, how often did you say it is?
We do it once a week.
Okay.
And Health Geeks Radio, it's on iTunes and SoundCloud.
Health Geeks Radio.
Yep.
Catchy title. I like that.
And our website is healthgeeks.co.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll grab those links and we will share them into the show notes over on YouTube. But thanks for coming by, Brian. That was great. Musial.
Musial.
Thanks a lot. Welcome back to Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services, or maybe a podcast or some other media. Here's Chris Ripka. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, I'm doing well. How you doing?
Pretty good. So what can you tell me about your podcast? What kind of stuff are you guys doing?
Well, my podcast is called Raw and Real with CJ Ripka. And what we do is we get other people who have interesting stories, businesses, services, you know, like yourself. And we have them come on and we get to know the who behind the what. And I found when we start doing that, people really get into stories. You know, everybody wants to hear a story, and that's what captivates, you know, your audience. So I get that story. I interview people in a story format. So as we're going through the interview, there's really no transition between what we're talking about. You could be talking about yourself, your personal life, and then before you know it, we've transitioned into your professional life. And by the end of the show, you're telling us about your product, service, or what you're offering. And 30 minutes has gone by and it sounds like one long story. And that's it in a nutshell. That's raw and real.
Cool. That sounds great. So where are do you try to focus some of your content around the area that you live, or are you basically like international, no borders? Well, I mean, how do you actually format it that way?
Well, that's the beauty of the internet is we can reach a worldwide market now, whereas before maybe it was more of a local type of thing. Radio being limited to your regions, internet doesn't you know, handcuff us that way. So I really do branch out to a worldwide audience. And when I bring a podcaster or an entrepreneur or somebody on the show, I let them know that up front. Hey, look, we're not talking to, Joe and Susie and Bill that are in your neighborhood. We're talking to, Ahmed and everybody all around the world. So make your message, make your story relatable to humans, not so much just friends.
Yeah. That's great. That's cool. I saw some of the stuff you're posting on your, it looks like your website, I believe.
The ripka.media.group. Yeah.
Your Twitter page too. I was looking at some of that too. It looks pretty cool. It looks like you're involved heavily into the motorcycle scene.
I've got a lot of different things that I'm into. I really enjoy motorcycles. I ride with a Combat Veterans Motorcycle Club or Association. I also big into fitness and into my podcasting. I really enjoy those three things quite a bit.
Okay.
My family would say maybe too much, but
yeah, those can be expensive hobbies, I know.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to get you to do is go ahead and share your links, and I will extract the links so people can get to your show and listen to it. I'm going to go ahead and extract those links and put them into the show notes. And if you just do me a favor and make a note that you are on Blab.Cafe number 105, and then that way you'll be able to find it a little bit easier tomorrow. And it usually takes me about anywhere from 12 to 24 hours to repost it over to YouTube.
All right, and I will definitely post the links up to this show onto my website, so people have a place to click and come
find
check you out. Well, they don't need to find me. I want them to find you too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Hi, welcome back to Blab.Cafe. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services. Today I have Bonnie Sainsbury in the house. How you doing, Bonnie?
I'm well, thank you. And you?
Pretty good. So what kind of services are you providing? Products, what have you?
I am an online marketing coach. I specialize in social media, but also other, I've been around online marketing for probably 7 or 8 years. And so I specialize in helping authors and coaches to bring their services online or to upgrade the services that they have.
Well, that sounds great. So how do you work that business? Obviously it's online, but do you find most of your clients in your local area, or do you like to venture way outside?
Way outside for the most part.
Okay.
I have a couple of local clients, but for the most part, people find me. I have a fairly large Twitter following, and I'm active on Facebook.
Okay.
And to a certain extent, LinkedIn. So mostly it's Twitter. I have 125,000 followers on Twitter that are fairly active. Very few spammers. So I spent a fair amount of time, about 5 months, building that up.
It only took you 5 months to build that up?
Mm-hmm.
What are you, some kind of wizard?
Yes. Yes.
That must be the case. That's not very much time to build up that kind of a following.
Yeah, the Twitter, there were some services that Twitter has since shut down that would allow you to, once you got up there, to bring in 500 to 1,000 followers a day, if you were careful, and you could do some basic programming. But
wow,
Twitter doesn't allow you to do that anymore. So that's how you do it in 5 months.
Oh, okay.
That and some other secrets.
You did a little bit of background work. Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
So that's great, though. I would say that whatever you're doing here, whatever you decide to do here on Blab, it'll be much accepted, because there is a great, I mean, there's some really cool people here. And because it's so connected to Twitter, you get lots of nice interaction with people around the world. And it's one of the reasons I really like this particular platform.
So I'm building up a wellness magazine.
Okay.
On Blab. So what I'm doing right now is doing research to find wellness practitioners that I can have conversations with.
Okay.
So
well, we just had one in here just recently on this show earlier today.
I will go to your website and check it out then.
Yeah, well, you'll be able to see this replay. And if you just do me a favor and make a note of this, this is Blab.Cafe number 105. And then that way, when you look to I put my link in there in the chat bar, but I'll do it again. I'll bring it down for you so you can find it a little bit quicker. But yeah, if you take a look at this this video tomorrow, you'll be able to see his links.
I like this idea a lot. The idea of promoting other people, because you're coming from a point of view of abundance rather than competition.
I have no competition.
Well,
I have no competition because everybody that comes here wants to do their pitch. And the thing is the people that are, like I've been explaining to most people that are coming here to Blab, they're sitting there chatting at length about topics that I don't want to hear about. And to be honest, when I want to learn something, I go to YouTube and I look for a professional that's teaching me how to do something. When I come to Blab, if it's just a kitchen table kind of conversation over a cup of coffee, that's one thing. But if I want to hear about you, I want to hear you tell me about what you do, and I want you to share your links, and I want to be able to go to your website and find out more about you. And nobody's doing that the way that I do it.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah, what I'll do is grab your links and we will post them into the show notes over on YouTube. And this will get shared out to Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, in some cases Pinterest, and YouTube, and the website, which is Blab.Cafe.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And I'll be following you.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'm following you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for stopping by this Blab.Cafe number 105. This is a place where you can introduce your business, products, and or services. We'll see you tomorrow.